I am a dangerous man. I reside in the part of the UK with the highest percentage of Viking ancestry. I am trained in many ways of hand-to-hand combat, including, but not limited to, Hasidic Jiu-Jitsu, Pajit Kundo, and Krav Maga. Safe to say I am a capable warrior. But just like Battle Beast got tired of fighting the Teen Titan wannabes, I too grew tired of fighting the same weak chavs and roadmen on my estate, and so decided to dedicate my time to finding a worthy opponent. So, I have spent the last 2 weeks researching and creating a dossier on some of the most popular Halo YouTubers, in order to see which of them I could successfully beat in a one-on-one battle. Join me as I go in full detail about how I would kick the shit out of other grown men for liking the same video game that I do. Now, my first opponent is obvious. HiddenXperia. Now on a surface level, he seems rather pathetic. Almost like you'd only fight him to gain some quick XP so you can level up before fighting one of the others. He's 5'6", southern, probably homosexual, very unintimidating. However, that's all part of his strategy. You see, underneath his child-sized denim jacket is actually solid muscle. HiddenXperia has quite the fighting physique. Unfortunately, he is still very, very short, so I'm probably just going to throw him in the bin or something, which, given his stature, you can't escape. Not without a ladder. Next on the list.
Who's that Pokemon?
The Actman. Now, his inclusion might be somewhat controversial, as Actman did what most of us are too sorry to do. That being, he actually stepped away from Halo after recognising that it's not going to be getting any better after finally going off the deep end with Halo Infinite. So it's debatable on whether or not we'd really classify him as a Halo YouTuber. Regardless, Actman is a rather physically imposing foe. His height may not be publicly available. However, from this photograph, we can see that he is at least slightly taller than Martin O'Donnell, who already stands at an impressive 6 feet tall. This puts Actman somewhere between 6.5 feet to 6 foot 9 inches tall. This gives Actman a clear height advantage over me. He also has experience in karate, meaning he is dangerous at close range. However, he has a weakness. You see, Actman's real name is Kelly. That is a lady's name. Therefore, it's very reasonable to wager that if I say his name with enough of a mocking tone, it will stunlock him due to repressed memories of him being made fun of in high school for having such a girly name, putting him in a form of almost tonic immobility, akin to flipping a shark upside down and leaving them open to attack. With him left vulnerable in this current state, I will then quickly apply the old left-right goodnight, followed by a kick to the balls, knocking him out and ensuring that he can't produce any vengeful offspring to track me down in 17 years in order to restore his father's honour. Next up is HaloFollower. Now I know what you're thinking. This man looks extremely physically weak. You'd be correct. However, HaloFollower is what we would categorise as a conduit class threat. With his expertise in 3D animation, he is able to summon allies with the click of his computer mouse, assuming he has a rigged model of them downloaded. However, this is where I have him outmatched, as, while I don't have as much skill when it comes to conjuring CGI allies, I have something more powerful. AI. With the power of artificial intelligence, I can summon any fictional being I desire. My roster is only limited by my own creativity. So, while HaloFollower is deploying his big-titted female Spartan, I will have already released George Droid into the arena, to which he will immediately beat up and rob the female Spartan at gunpoint. He will then steal HaloFollower's PC, before finally dying of an unrelated fentanyl overdose. With HaloFollower now unable to conjure any more CGI Warriors, victory is already mine. I will simply, give him a slap or something. Yeah, I don't think I'd even need to use a punch. I mean, just look at him. Look at him. This man's going down from a gust of wind. Next on the roster, Halo Canon and... Yeah, we're not touching this one. Moving on. Ultimate Halo. Now, it pains me to say this because Fletch is a fellow northern brother, but alas, he belongs to 343 now, and so I must set him free. I reckon like 1 or 2 shots to the gonads and he's down. I reckon I don't take that. I mean, I don't know. Is he built? Like, is he jacked? I don't know. He might be deceptively chubby underneath all them clothes. I don't know. Face says muscular. Occupation says otherwise. I mean, I don't know. I reckon I could win. I'm kind of biased because I'm making this video, so I've decided that I'm winning. UberNick. I mean, first off, he's Irish. Alright? He's only got one ability, and that's planting car bombs. Let me tell you, if there's anyone in the UK who's already had their niche affected by the Great Replacement, it's the Irish. To be honest, nah, I'm not winning this one. I mean, this man is a gigantic Celtic freak of nature. He looks like he could rip a newborn baby in half with his bare hands. I am fucked. To Spearhead. First off, he's gay! So I already know I'm winning this through sheer ego. However, I look at to Spearhead like a father figure, alright? He was one of my biggest inspirations on YouTube, so I cannot in good conscience fight him. But rest assured, I would win, easily. But yeah, that's every Halo YouTuber I could think of. To be honest, I don't really know why I even made this video. I mean, it's just kind of the insane ramblings of a retard, isn't it? So, while HaloFollower is deploying his big-titted female Spartan, I will have already released George Droid into the arena, to which he will immediately beat her. Okay, it's horrible. This is horrible. So, while HaloFollower is deploying his big-titted female Spartan, I will have already released George Droid.